Hey, what's up, y'all? Popcorn preaching. So, I'm at work, and earlier I was putting some stuff away, and I was moving this big cast iron piece, 50, 60 pounds, nothing too serious, and I put it on this pallet. This pallet's been outside for I don't know how long, but I do know that it's been long enough for this pallet to be rotten. And I put this piece on there, and it fell through the pallet, and it was just a mess. But that's what God used to give me today's popcorn preaching. You know, regardless of how we carry ourselves and how we look on the outside, sometimes we're kind of like a rotten pallet. You know, other people look at us and be like, yeah, man, they can handle it, no problem, just put it on them. And sometimes even our own pride or our own ego, or sometimes just our own ignorance to our own weaknesses can be like, yeah, I could take it. And then we find out the hard way, we're a rotten pallet. And we just crumble because we can't handle the weight of what's going on. You know, it might be a tragedy, it might be just something social, it might be a relationship, it might be financial, it could be spiritual warfare, it could be anything. But the reality of it is sometimes we're going to run across stuff that we just ain't made to hold the weight. So I want to encourage you to remember, Jesus said, "Come to me, all you that are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." See, we don't have to be like that pallet. We don't just have to take the weight, take the storms. You know, that pallet's been sitting outside for who knows how long enough to get rotten. But, you know, it got wet, and then it went through a winter, and it got dry, and it got wet, and it got dry, and it got wet, and it got dry. Just been exposed to the elements. But eventually, it looked normal, but it just crumbled because of what was going on the inside of it. And that's what happens to us. We'll take it on, we'll take it on, we'll take it on, we'll take it on, and then because of what's going on the inside of us, we find out the hard way that we just can't take it. So I want to encourage you that if you're feeling weak, shoot, even if you're feeling strong, go to the Lord. Give him those things that are heavy on you. Even if they don't seem super, super heavy right now, give them to the Lord, because we don't want to be like that rotten pallet. We don't want to crumble at any time when we realize I just wasn't made to carry this weight. So take him up on the offer. Go to him, all ye that are weary and heavy laden. His promise is that he'll give you rest.